everybody and welcome back to my channel, and hello if you are new, welcome to a new video. Let me just move that 𝓁𝑜𝓋𝑒 bottle right out of shot. Anyway, in today's video I will be filming this super festive Christmas makeup look. I really like this and I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. It's quite like a sparkly red eye and then a red lip. And of course, to top it up, I have a red top on and red nails. You cannot get any more Christmassy than this. For this makeup tutorial, I will be doing a voiceover only because I find it a lot easier. Whilst I'm doing my makeup, if I do try and talk at the same time, it can be very difficult. So as I said, the next clips will be voiceovers, but hopefully that will be okay. So if you would like to see how I have created this makeup look, then please keep on watching. I have already done my foundation and eyebrows just to save a bit of time. I have also mixed two foundations together as I am a bit on the paler side, which I will of course link these down below for you. You all know my holy grail eyebrow products being the NYX brow pomade, so I do not need to go on about this in too much detail. Of course, I will firstly be going in with my Holy Grail palette, which is the 𝓁𝑜𝓋𝑒 palette, and taking the shade Pewter, I will be placing that in my crease. As you can see, I am just using a flat top fluffy brush, and of course I have applied sellotape because we all know I am not the best at doing eyeshadow. I am just doing window wiper motions until I feel that the shade is blended enough. We all know that I do blend and blend. I literally spend half of my time blending this eyeshadow when it doesn't need to be blended anymore. And I have also done the same on the other eye, as you can see. Going in with the shade 𝓁𝑜𝓋𝑒, I am taking this colour on a big fluffy brush and I'm just putting this over the top of the Pewter shade just to blend that out a little more and darken the crease. I am just going back in with that same shade because one eye did appear a bit darker than the other, and this obviously isn't perfect, so you can just keep adding colour until you are happy. Going in with the shade Hunts, again from the 𝓁𝑜𝓋𝑒 palette. This is quite a dark red colour, it's more like a berry colour, can't really explain it, but I'm sure you can see what I'm talking about. I am just applying this on the outer corner of my eye with a flat top brush, just to darken the outer corner. Next, I will be taking the shade 𝓁𝑜𝓋𝑒 from the 𝓁𝑜𝓋𝑒 palette. This is quite a dark brown shade. Just taking a small flat top brush, I am just going to focus this colour on the outer part of the eye. I will be dipping back into the shade Hunts with the larger flat top brush just to blend this all together, so you will see me going back and forth with the colour until that I am happy that everything is blended. And again, I probably don't need to tell you, but of course I will be repeating the same steps on the other eye. I will be attempting to cut my crease. I am using the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer, which I do normally use under my eyes, and taking a small flat top brush which I use to conceal my eyebrows. I will be using this just on the inner part of my eye. When I am happy with the shape of the cut crease, I will then go in with my finger just to pat it all down and make sure that it is blended. I will then set that in place with a white eyeshadow just to ensure that it does not move or transfer to the top of my eyelid. Just so the cut crease doesn't appear as harsh, I will just go over it with a flat top brush using a shade that we applied previously. Going in with the shade Firework, which is a red metallic glittery colour, I will be applying this with my finger all over the eyelid. I have definitely found that when using the glittery shades from the Jaclyn Hill palette, using your finger definitely does bring out the pigment with these eyeshadows. Next, I will be using the shade Central Park, which is a very, very dark brown shade. And again, on a small flat top brush, I am focusing this definitely on the outer corner of my eye, as you can see. Again, I am just making sure that all the colours blend together nicely, so I am taking previous brushes with leftover eyeshadow on just to make sure that I am happy with how the eyeshadows are blending together. Going in with the shade Queen, which is a very sparkly gold colour, I will be focusing this on the inner corner of my eye, just to make my eyeshadow pop and stand out a little bit more. Now taking a lip brush from Real Techniques, I'm just going in with a black shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette called Abyss, and I'm just running this over my lash line. I feel as though this step has really helped to bring the whole eye look together. I am now just removing the sellotape and fixing any fallout that has appeared under my eyes. I picked up these Little Mix eyelashes from Sainsbury's and I will just go off camera to apply them. I absolutely loved how they turned out. They were very fluttery and perfect for my eye shape. I then decided that I wanted to apply eyeliner, which proved very difficult when you already have your eyelashes on. Here I am just using an angled brush and again taking the black shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette called Abyss. I definitely created additional work for myself here, so if you do want to apply a winged liner, I would recommend doing this before eyelashes. I am just going to take my Holy Grail Estee Lauder mascara and I am going to run this over the eyelashes just to make sure that my own eyelashes and the eyelashes that I have applied blend nicely together. That was a massive mouthful. Zooming you out, I am now going to move on to under eye concealer. I am using the 𝓁𝑜𝓋𝑒 concealer, which I have featured in many videos. I am not quite sure if I will be repurchasing this. I feel that the Infallible concealer or the collection are just as good as this. But of course, I am not going to waste, so I will probably use it until it runs out, but I will probably not repurchase. Because that concealer is not light enough for me, I am just going to go over the top of it with my L'Oreal Infallible concealer. And I will blend that all together with my Real Techniques beauty blender. I definitely do need a new beauty blender, and mine is actually starting to fall apart because I wash it that often. I do use my beauty blender damp. I just feel that this way your makeup blends more and it looks a lot more seamless. Next, taking the L'Oreal True Match Concealer in the shade NDW. I do like to use this to cream contour. This step has 100% made my makeup routine a lot quicker, and I do love doing this step now, and I will probably be doing this for the foreseeable future. I think it does make your makeup a lot less powdery and a lot more dewy. For somebody that has quite dry skin, I feel like cream contouring is definitely something that you should try if you haven't already. And I will just be taking my beauty blender again just to blend everything in. Taking the flat part of my beauty blender, which I use to apply the concealer, I'm just running that over the cream contour just to make sure that it is all blended together and looks a lot more seamless. And I will as well run the flat part of the beauty blender under my cheekbones just to chisel them out and make sure that any of the cream product that has dropped down is gone. Taking the RCMA No Colour Powder, which is my holy grail for under the eyes. I will be taking the reverse side of my beauty blender and just putting this under my eyes. I do not bake with this, I do just make sure that all of the powder is pressed in with the beauty blender. As you can see, this powder does instantly brighten up the under eye, and that is why I absolutely love it. Even though I do have dry skin, I do like to apply this powder on my T-zone, so the chin and forehead. I do like to do this just because the powder is quite brightening, so when I do this step, it does brighten up those areas. Taking another one of my Holy Grail products, the Doll Beauty Bronzer in the shade Medium. I do like to take this on a big fluffy brush and put this over the cream contour just to set it in place and make sure that it does not move throughout the day. I do like to run the bronzer along my neck and down my chest just to ensure that there are no harsh lines visible. Next, I am going in with my favourite contour shade, which is the NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Deep Tan. After that short interlude, which rudely interrupted us, I will be taking a small flat top brush and just contouring my lips. As I have said in many videos, this step does act as a lip liner as well and ensures that your lipstick stays in place all day and all evening. I do also sometimes like to run that down my Cupid's bow. Taking the NYX Matte Bronzer on a tapered brush, I will just run this along my cheekbones just to define them a little more and make sure that they're a lot more sharp. I will also run this shade along the temples, as you will see shortly, just to give the impression of a smaller forehead, because we all know I think I have a massive forehead. Again, I will be going back in with my Beauty Blender and the RCMA No Colour powder. As you can see, I am just running this under my cheekbones where I applied the contour. This is just going to help to chisel them and make them appear a lot more defined. I will also run the powder along my nose just to make it appear a bit thinner and more defined as well. After another embarrassing interlude, I will be taking my favourite highlighter palette, which is the Beauty Bay Living in the Light palette, I believe, and taking one of the more bronzier shades. I will be running this along my cheekbones, on my forehead and above the Cupid's bow. For a £12 highlighter palette, I absolutely love this. I think it is so pigmented and just perfect, especially for the price. Taking a large powder brush from Real Techniques, I'm just going to wipe away all of the powder that is left on my face. As you can see, it has definitely added more definition to my cheekbones and nose. I absolutely love this step and will not do without it. I am running very low on this Mario Badescu facial spray. I do absolutely love it, but I have definitely run out, so I do need to purchase a new one. This step, however, is essential for when I do go in with my second highlight. Taking the same palette and a lighter highlighting shade, I will just run this over the top of the bronzier one that we applied earlier. As you can see, it definitely does make your highlight pop. We are nearly done, I promise. The next step is to finish off my under eyes. I will be applying the black eyeshadow from the Jaclyn Hill palette in the shade Abyss with a small angled brush just in my waterline to define my eyes. Taking the shade 𝓁𝑜𝓋𝑒 on a small tapered brush, I'm just going to run that under my eyes. This is just going to blend the top and the bottom together, and this step definitely does make your eye colour pop as well, especially if you have blue eyes. This colour really complements them. Taking my Estee Lauder mascara, I am just going to put this on my bottom eyelashes. I don't normally put mascara on my bottom eyelashes, but when I do, it does make me realise how long my eyelashes actually are. The second to last step in this makeup tutorial is blush. I am taking the Juvia's Place blusher palette with the shade 𝓁𝑜𝓋𝑒, and with a MAC angled brush I'm just going to apply this shade on my cheeks. You definitely do not need a lot of this as it is very, very pigmented. A small bit does go a long way. Taking a red MUA lip liner, which I have had for quite a while, I will just line my lips with this, ready for the liquid lipstick that I will be applying over the top. Here I am trying to tell you that my lips felt very dry, so I am just applying my Mario Badescu Rose Lip Balm before I apply my liquid lipstick. Lastly, to finish off this makeup look, I will be using the MUA Velvet Liquid Lipstick. This is of course in the shade Red, I believe. This was the only red shade that I had in my collection. I don't really have a variety of lip colours, as I do tend to just stick to the same one, which I'm pretty sure you all know what that is. Okay everybody, so this is the finished look for this video. Hopefully you have enjoyed seeing me recreate this. Just thought that it was really fitting for this time of the year. If there is any other makeup related videos that you would like to see on my channel, then please let me know down in the comments below, and also let me know if you do like this makeup look as well. It does look quite heavy on camera, but in person it looks really put together and nice, even though it does still look nice in this camera. Ellie, what are you talking about? I don't know. But anyway, thank you for watching this video everybody, and I will see you in my next one. Love yourself.